All right, this video we are talking about what it means to become a disciple of Jesus. Let's start by laying out God's promises and all of the propositional facts that the Bible puts before us to consider. God is presenting to us a solution to the big problems that face all of us. Now, by and large, we enjoy life. Even with all its problems, I think we would prefer that it never end. It would be even better if we could have peace on earth and goodwill towards men. Now, there is a lot of good in this world to be enjoyed. However, it also has some serious problems like violence and injustice and poverty and disease and all of the natural disasters, just to name a few. Our limited amount of time on earth and our limited number of days are typically spent trying to experience as much of the good as possible, trying to avoid as much of the bad as possible, all with the knowledge that our death is coming for us at some point, as sure as taxes. And in this impending death is the bad news that I think all of us are aware of. But God speaks to us in these circumstances, and he promises us that he's going to renew the earth, and he's going to establish a kingdom or a government that is going to create a perfect society or a perfect world, having all of the good with none of the bad. So the very end of the Bible describes it this way. In Revelation 21:4, he says, "He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither will there be any mourning or crying or pain anymore. For the former things, or all of those bad and evil things, will have passed away." God promises to establish what the Jews called shalom, which is peace, prosperity, joy, essentially all of human flourishing, and all of that with no shortness of time to enjoy it. Okay, so that is good news in light of the bad news that our bodies are going to die. Now take a minute and stop. Imagine what life in God's kingdom is going to be like if that is the case. What is it that you really enjoy about this life? Okay, now if it isn't sinful or bad or evil, you can rest assured that that is going to be a part of God's kingdom. And if that particular thing that you imagine isn't part of it, well, then you can rest assured that whatever is there is going to be at least as good as what you can imagine and beyond that. For the scriptures in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9 says, "As it is written, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, nor the heart of man imagined what God has prepared for those who love him." But, okay, bear with me as we keep going, there's more bad news. God also says that there's going to be a judgment before anyone can enter into this kingdom. Revelation 21:27 says, "Nothing unclean will ever enter it, nor anyone who does what is shameful or false." It's like when your mom tells you to take your dirty shoes off before you come in the house, right? You can't come in here with those dirty shoes. You're going to mess everything up. So likewise, nothing unclean, dirty, guilty, or shameful can be brought into this new kingdom, into this new world, or it's going to be just as messed up as this one. So if no unclean or dirty thing is going to be allowed to enter the kingdom, that means none of us is going to be able to enter. Okay, and it was expressed by the prophet Isaiah like this: "We have all become like one who is unclean, and even our good deeds are like clothes with stains." And the word of God also says, "All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God." One of the God's apostles even said, "I know that nothing good dwells in me, for I want to do what is right, but I don't have the ability to carry it out. I do not do the good I want, but the evil I do not want is what I keep on doing. Wretched man that I am, who will deliver me from this body of death?" Let's face it, our very presence would ruin this perfect world, so there's no way that we would be able to be allowed in our current condition. Okay, that is bad news, but it's not over. So stay tuned for part 2, and I'm going to talk about more good news that addresses that bad news.